Hello and welcome to the module 6 of our video editing mastery course. In this module, we will learn about the DaVinci Resolve video editing software. So this is the last software of our video editing mastery course. After that, we will jump towards creating different kind of videos using our these different softwares. So this is our last software, so let's get right into it. So let me introduce myself. Hi, I am Raheel, a passionate and experienced video editor and a content creator with 4+ years of professional experience in the industry, having worked on 500 plus projects ranging from short form social media videos to full length YouTube content. As an instructor, I specialize in teaching beginner to advanced video editing techniques with a focus on AI powered tools, cinematic storytelling, color grading, and social media content creation. Video editing is not just my profession, it's my passion and an exciting career that allows me to bring ideas to life. So, in this course module, we will learn about the course description, learning outcomes, and introduction to DaVinci Resolve, DaVinci Resolve availability, understanding the DaVinci Resolve workspace, advanced color correction and grading techniques, AI driven editing tools, how to use Fusion for visual effects, YouTube video, and short form editing in DaVinci Resolve. So let's start with course description. This module provides a detailed guide to DaVinci Resolve, covering its editing tools, professional color grading, AI automation, and visual effects, which is called VFX. Participants will gain hands-on experience with DaVinci Resolve advanced features and learn how to enhance video quality through precision color correction, cinematic grading, and professional sound design. The learning outcomes from this module will be: by the end of this module, learners will be able to navigate DaVinci Resolve interface efficiently, perform professional color grading and correction, utilizing AI powered tools for automated editing, create stunning visual effects using Fusion, edit, optimize, and export high quality videos, apply best practices for cinematic storytelling. Introduction to DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve is a high-end professional video editing software developed by Blackmagic Design. DaVinci Resolve is known for its high-end color grading, advanced editing tools, and Fusion visual effects. The software combines non-linear editing, which is NLE, color correction, Fusion VFX, Fairlight audio post-production, and AI tools in one powerful package, making it favorite among professional editors and filmmakers. This module will explore DaVinci Resolve interface and advanced color correction techniques, AI-driven editing tools, and professional workflows for creating high-quality cinematic videos. DaVinci Resolve availability. DaVinci Resolve is available on Windows, macOS, and Linux, making it one of the most versatile professional video editing software options. Its cross-platform supports allow editors to work on different operating systems without compatibility issues. DaVinci Resolve is also available both as a free software and a paid version, which is called DaVinci Resolve Studio. DaVinci Resolve can be used offline as it is standalone software that does not require an internet connection for editing. However, cloud collaboration and updates may require internet access. DaVinci Resolve also available on iPad OS. Recently, iPad OS also launched a DaVinci Resolve application where we can edit our videos using DaVinci Resolve iPad OS app. So, want to know more on video editing? Like, share, and subscribe for more. Understanding the DaVinci Resolve workspace. Let's start with DaVinci Resolve. So this is the basic interface of DaVinci Resolve. As we open our DaVinci Resolve, I'm currently using DaVinci Resolve Studio 19, and you can find whichever the latest you are using currently. We can create projects using local, using network, or using cloud as well. Over here we can create folders so to optimize and create multiple projects inside folders. Over here we can copy our projects. Over here we can zoom in and zoom out. Over here we can also sort different things out. Over here we can either do a list view or we can do a tab view as well. Over here we have already created another project. Let's start with a new project. Either we can click on this new project, or we can click on this untitled project and double click on it to open that project. And now it's saying that updates available. We will later on update this one. So over here you will see that this is the basic DaVinci Resolve editing workspace. It's a little bit different from other editing softwares because it's follow the non-linear editing workspace, and also it is work with node based editing as well. Over here you will find different workspaces, as this is media workspace where we will import different clips to our videos. Then this is cut, where we'll imported media clips, we will apply different cuts to it. Then this is the edit, which we mostly use, and over here we will apply different editing onto our videos. And this is the fusion, where we will apply the color grading onto our projects. And over here this is also the color space, where we will dive deep into the color correction and grading of the videos. And this is Fairlight, where we will handle all of the music related or audio related stuff into this Fairlight. And then afterwards, then we will simply export, or in DaVinci's term we will deliver our project to a certain export settings. So let's start with media, and over here we will import our files that we so let's import all of the files that we have using for our this particular software tutorial. So currently change project frame rate, if we want to change we can do that, or we can leave it as it is. So let's change that. So as you can see, we have our voiceover available over here, and as we scroll through it will show us the preview. And over here this is the waveform that are showing over here. This is the video, and as we scroll through, we don't have to click on it. As we scroll through, it will give us the previews of that particular videos, as we have imported everything over here. And over here you will see that they are giving us the metadata of that particular data, such as this is the 04.mp4 file. This is where it's belong, and it is H.264 AACC. It's the audio encoding, and this is 30 fps and 4800 hertz its values, and it is 1920 by 1080p, and it's 8 seconds long. As we have imported our media, now we will go towards cut section, and we will place these videos one by one onto our editing project. So our editing project will start right from here, and similarly as you can see, this is our video track V1, and underneath this is the same A1 track which is associated with our this particular video. Over here we can mute the audio of our track, we can lock or unlock our track, and let's see, we'll start right from here. As you can see, this is our entire module. Let's say we will just want to use around 3 seconds of this clip, so we will use that according to our use. So let's say I just want to use around this much. So what I will do, I will simply add a cut over here, and I will delete this one. Now I will drag the second video right around here, and I will move it around here. Then I will add the third one will be right over here, and I will make a cut right around here. I will select this scissor tool, and I will make a cut, and I will delete that rest of the portion, and I will add another file, and right around here I will make another cut over here, and I will delete this portion. And over here you will see that in Premiere Pro we called the timeline as sequence, and over here inside DaVinci Resolve we will call is as timeline, and this is the icon that will appear that signify that this is timeline. And this is basically the all of our videos, and if the videos have this icon available, that means that these videos also contain audio as well. And at our video ends, this particular shape will show us that our video has been now ended. And over here you will see that all of this is all of our videos that we have made it our cuts right around here. Now as we have made it our cuts, we will go toward the edit section, and on to the edit section this window will appear, and this will all of our videos. This is our master folder, which is basically our bin or our import section. Then we have our timeline available over here. Then this is you can also see that this is source panel, same as in the Premiere Pro, and we can check our video right from here. And let's see, if I click over here, we can also check our videos, and we can simply directly import the video, import audio, or we can import audio and video both over here as well. We can simply cut these two section as well. If we don't want to use, we can simply go towards edit. We can double click on the master file, or we can simply add our files toward master section, and then we can simply drag towards timeline and edit our video. This is our output timeline, which is showing over here. This is our playhead, so wherever our playhead is, it will be shown onto our screen. So as you can see, we have 4 different clips available over here. So we can trim this one. How we can trim our video? We can simply drag this over here and move it right over here to drag our videos or make cut to our videos. As you can see, when we are in second, then it will be selecting both of the clips, but if we move our this clip, it will be making it short, and same it will making it this one short toward right side. So this is our audio video one track, and this is our audio one track. Either we can make it solo, we can make it mute, we can lock our tracks right from here. Now let's say if we want to make a cut, we will use our this razor tool. Over here it will called blade tool, and it is on blade edit mode. And now as you will see, we have this tool. Either we can make the cut as wherever our playhead is, or we can make cut wherever we want. So we can make multiple cuts according to our need. So we can make multiple cuts right around here. Then we can go back to selection points, and this tool is basically called trim edit mode. And now we can, let's say we have made it a trim, we can move it like around this. So we won't be changing the duration. We are moving our clip from one to right, and if we are moving this one, then this will be getting extended and this will be getting shorter. And same as this is dynamic trim mode. How it will do? It will, as you can see, it's changing this particular clip inside this particular reference, and it's not changing the entire duration of our video. So we will go back to this one, selection tool, and now this is overwriting clip or insert clip. If we want to, if we click on this insert tool, it will insert a fully clip that is being cut down, and we will undo it. And if we hover over here and if we overwrite it, then the entire clip will be overwritten on top of it. So these two tools are used for that purpose. Then this is snapping. If we want, let's say if we click on snap this clip, and let's say if I move this one, it won't give my option that we are overwriting the other clip. So for that reason, we have to select the snap tool or magnetic tool. Then whenever we are close to that clip, it will snap toward that clip and it will show that now we have snapped together. And now we need empty this space. After that, we can link selection as well. So link selection is basically whatever on top will also move whenever we delete any section or whenever we delete or delete anything. And this is bookmark or flag section, which we can add different onto our videos, such as giving us different colors. And we can also add markers to our clips over here, like so. And over here, this is zoom to fit line, and this is zoom in, and this is zoom out. Or we can use this slider to zoom in and zoom out, or use this button as well. This is the entire project volume, so we can increase or decreases however loud or slow we want to hear the audio of our entire project over here. Then let's say this is the particular clip and we want to make the changes to it. How we can change it? We will go toward the inspector one, and over here we will find the different positions that we can apply. So we can change it, the zoom position and the position value. So zoom is currently basically scaling over here, and we can do the dynamic scaling, which will easily change the x. If we change the x value, it will also change the y value, and if we uncheck this link section, then it will only change the x value and vice versa. And we can over here we can change the position. So in DaVinci Resolve, the one ratio will signify that it's on the default section, and if we do lower, it will zoom out, and if we'll do one higher than 1 point, it will zoom in as well. And same 1.00 is the default position value of x, and 00 will be the default position value of y. If we want to change the x value, we can move our mouse left to right in order to change the value of x, and similarly we can change the value of y over here as well. And over here we can restore our the whatever the value is, and over here we can add the keyframes to it. This is the rotation angle if we want to rotate our image. This is the anchor point, similarly to Premiere Pro. Over here this is the pitch if we want to change that swivel, and if we want to change this angle we can do that as well. Over here we can flip it and flip it vertically as well. And then after this is smart reframe. If we want to reframe our position, let's say we have a landscape video and we want to reframe it to 9:16, we can do that over here. And over here we can do also cropping. Right from here we can crop left, crop right, crop top and bottom, and we can also add, let's say and over here we can find the softness to it as well. So let's change everything. Now we can also add dynamic zoom to it, so it will be dynamically zooming to the clip. As you can see, it's be dynamically zooming to our video over here. Or we can also compositing. This is basically opacity which we can change to our clip, and over here this is the compositing mode, whichever we want to add. And over here we can change the speed, we can change the speed or the direction. We can change the speed from fast to slow, and we can also change the frame per seconds over here. Then we can also have the stabilize. If we want to stabilize our footage, we can do that over here. We can also do the lens correction. We can also scale and retime our project over here as well. And this is the super scale, and if we open it we can also super scale our video, and we can increase the sharpness and noise reduction from our clip as well. So these are the basic video editing that we can add. And this is the audio section. Over here we can choose the volume of our audio. So 0 will be the default, and if we increase it will increase the audio, and if we go down it will lower our volume. And this is the panning is going audio from left to right. This is the panning, we can handle that. And if our audio has a lot of noise, we can also do the voice isolation from here. As we can select this, it will choose the voice isolation amount however we want. This is dialogue leveler. Let's say we have multiple people speaking at the same time, so it will level all of their dialogues from just clicking onto this dialogue leveler option. And over here this is music remixer. If we have we can remove our music. Let's say we increase the voice, we can remove the drums, or we can lower the bass, and so on so far. We can mute any of these section to in order to use a particular section from our music. And over here we can also change the pitch of our tune, and over here we can change the speed. We can also equalizer. This is the basically equalizer of our sound. We can increase or decrease it however we want. We can increase our sound or we can decrease our sound however we wanted. Then we have the different effects panel available right over here that we will show when we are going towards the fusion. Similarly goes for transition as well. And this is the file one. This will also give you the entire information about whatever we are doing currently onto our images as well. Now we will learn how to use fusion for visual effects. Now we will go toward fusion, and this is the fusion section. As you can see, this is over here the editing style a little bit different. Before we are using this linear based editing, but now over here we will be using this node based section. So over here this is our video, and over here we can have the controls and we have the settings. And over here we can add different medias to it. We can add different files to that particular node, as you can see, and we can also add different nodes over here. As you can see, we have different options available over here. We can choose either we can work on background. This will be add a background node. Over here this will add a fast noise node. This will add a text node. As you can see, this over here this is a text node, and we can write any text over here. Let's say video 01, and over here you will see that we have added the video nodes. We have changed the font and everything, and that will be eventually be applied to our video. And these are the different effects for the voice node as well. And over here this is a color correction which is be applied to text node. But if we want to deleted, we can simply delete it, and we can simply click on the media, and we can apply a correct correction to that our media layer. And over here we have different options available. Let's say if we want to change the hue, we can change the hue from here, as you can see. And let me make it to 00, and we can change the saturation to our clip. We can change the strength of our clip, we can change the strength of as well, and we can change the hue and saturation from here as well. Then we can increase the contrast for our clip, we can increase the gain as well, then we can increase the lift, we can add the gamma to our clip, and we can also increase the brightness of our clip right from here. Then we have these levels which we can also apply right after our clip, and we can change the orientation accordingly if we wanted. And for the brightness and contrast, we can change the gain, gain, lift, gamma, contrast, brightness and saturation, whatever we want to change we can do that. Let's decrease the brightness a little bit, increase its saturation a little bit, decrease the contrast a little bit, increase a little gamma, decreasing it, increasing the little bit lift, and decreasing the gain a little bit. So over here we can also control it, and we can change the settings as well, and we can apply it to a particular channel as well, let's say RGB. And then we can also add blur to it. Let's say if we want to add blur, and we can multi-merge it, single merge it, and these are the different options available. Let's say if we want to add a rectangle, we can add a rectangle to it. We can add a polygonal shape over here, and we can change the level, we can change the soft edges, we can change the border width as well. So we can simply delete because we currently don't need these settings. So I will delete the rectangle, and I will delete the ellipse one as well. And now as you can see, this has been not separated. Now if we go towards effect, these are the different effects that we can simply apply to our footages as well. So we can add lighting effect, we can add material effect, 3D effect to our clips, or we can add different color effects to our clip. Let's say color gain, color curves, color space, gamma, hue, all of these different. Let's say if I want to white balance, I can add that white balance to our clip, and we can change the values right from here. And then we can add this compositing. Let's say if we want to add a dissolve one, we can do that, and we can change the background and foreground accordingly. Then we can add different these effect as well. So there are tons of different effects available that we can apply to our videos. Then we have different templates available that we can use. As you can see, if we want to use any of these templates available, we can use that. And this is the fusion templates available. Then if we want to use any LUTs, so there are different LUTs available. Let's say I want to add this LUT. Basically I will apply at the end of my footage, or I can apply, or I can delete this from here, and I can apply this at the very start of it. So as you can see, we have applied the LUT over here, and over here we can decrease the post gain and decrease the pre gain as well. And if we like it, we can save it, or if we don't like it, we can simply delete this one and find any other LUTs available which is easier. So let's say if we are recording in log file, so we can, if we are recording in log, so we can, it will come very handy to changing our log to rec 709. So these are the different LUTs that we can apply. The advanced color correction and color grading techniques inside DaVinci Resolve. After that we will go towards the color section, and over here we have different clips available, and over here we can control the entire color section of our particular footage. As you can see, this node is basically our first node, and we can add multiple nodes from here. Let's say we can change the node color, we can lock the node, we can add another node, serial node or parallel node, or add layer. So these are the different nodes that we can apply. And over here we can change the color boost from here. You will see that over here we can change the color boost, we can also change the saturation or the gamma of our clip. Then we can also change the gain right from here, and we can also change the offset of our clip. And over here we can also have this curve available, which we can adjust according to our like. Wherever we add a point, we can do that. And after that we have these keyframes available that we can create onto our clip. And after that, if we want to add multiple nodes, we can do that as well over here. So let's say if we want to add nodes, if I click on it, we can apply the nodes, and if I click on the effects panel, we can apply different effects over here. Let's say I'll apply the Gaussian blur, and over here I can change the horizontal and vertical strength of my blur over here. If I don't want to add the blur, I can simply delete this one, and I can find other effects as well. As you can see, color space transform, plus color stabilizer, contrast, and whatever. Let's say I'll apply the color stable, and over here I can choose the selected area, which is the selected area, or I can choose the entire frame, and I can simply analyze it, and I will change it later. Then we have different effects available. Let's say if we want to apply the vignetting, we can apply the vignetting over here. We can adjust the size however we want, and over here we can also choose this one, and we can also choose the softness of our we want to add the vignetting. Then we will go towards the effect section, go toward the library, and over here we have different other lens flare, lens reflections available, that we can add the beautification to our clips as well. We can add dust buster, deflicker, deband, and we can also do the sharpen of our images. We can also do add drop shadow, drop impose, mirrors, and these are the different a lot of effects available that we can apply to our particular clip by using this node feature. And after we done with the color grading, we will go toward the Fairlight, and over here we can apply different corrections to our audio as well. So let me add my voiceover clip down at the audio 2, and we will go toward the Fairlight, and we will have this audio over here, and listen to it. Manual handling now it will showing that it's on our audio track 2, and these are the different loudness and the bass and whatever the different options available right around here. Okay, over here we can add any input to it, or we can add any FX it, so voice solo, or we can do that. And over here we can add any effects to it. Let's see, if we want to add dialogue processor, we can add delay, we can add distortion, we can add dynamics, we can add metering, modulation, whatever we want to change we can do that. So let's say we want to add a reverb, we can click on the reverb section, and over here we can change the reverb values. And let's see if we want to add the reverb value, and now you listen to the audio. Manual handling refers to the transporting or supporting of a load by hand. So in this way we can add different effects to it. Either we can enable the effect or we can bypass the effect, and now you will see we didn't hear that effect. Over here we can again open up the settings and change the values, and if we don't need this effect, we can simply delete that plugin. And over here we can change the dynamics of our audio as well. If we double click on it, here the entire dynamics open, and we can change our dynamics of our audio. From here we can change from the expander and the gate one, then we can change from compressor, and we can also change from limiter as well. Then we can also change the equalization. So let's see, if we want to make subtle changes to our audio as well, we can do that. And now listen to the audio as well. Refers to the transporting or supporting of a load by hand. Similarly, we can do it on to bus sends, and then we can do the panning of the audio by going left to right. Then over here we can increase or decrease the loudness of our audio. Let's see, if I increase and or bodily force, including lifting, you will see it's increasing our audio. And there are a lot of different effects available. Let's say this is the mixer one, this is the meters, if we want to show the meters. So over here inside our mixer we can apply a tons of effects to our audio as well. After that we will go towards the deliver section, and as we go towards the deliver section, you will see that over here we can change the name of our file. Let's change the name to test01. Over here we can choose the location. Let me quickly choose the location. Right over here we will choose the location of videos. Render we as a single clip or render as an individual clip, whatever we want to select we can do that. And for the audio section, we can select the format QuickTime, or whatever we want to do. Either if we want to do mp4, we can do that. Over here we can change the codec, we can change the encoder from auto to nvidia. So nvidia is basically the graphic card that is available onto my pc. So if you have the encoder view, I highly recommend using that. Then over here we can change the resolution. Over here we can change the frame rate and similarly change the quality to best, or I would recommend going for the best because it will give the highest quality. And these are the other variables available as well. And over here, if we go toward the audio, over here it will show the audio codec whichever we want to use. Over here it's show the audio track data, which is 320 kbps, and it's almost perfect for our audio. And over here we can also change if we want to add any suffix or any subfolder to our that file. If not, then we can also add it to render queue, which is available right over here. Or if we don't want to add onto render queue, we can simply click on render queue, and this is our render queue available over here. And then we can work on another project, and then we will add another add to render queue. Or if we are this only single one, and we will simply click on render all, as you can see it will start rendering our entire project, and it's completed our render project. And now we can delete this from here, and we'll see where our the render video is. And as you can this is our entire video that we have created using DaVinci Resolve video editing software. So this is the entire video editing that we have done inside DaVinci Resolve. Now if we want to add different effects or different controlling to it, we can also do that onto our clips as well. So we will simply delete everything. Now we will learn YouTube video and short form editing inside DaVinci Resolve. We will simply delete everything, and then we will re-import one by one whatever we want to import right around here. Now I will show you how we can add different effects to our videos using the edit panel. Let's say we have two different clips selected right over here. We will click on this effects panel, and let's say these are the different video transition that we will apply to our video. So we will select this cross dissolve transition. How it will look like this. And we will add a fade in effect over here. So we will add this additive dissolve transition right around here. You will see we have applied the transition, and over here this transition panel will be opened, and over here we can set start ratio, we can add the end ratio, whatever we want, and we can also increase or decrease the length of that particular transition right around here as well. And then we can add other transition as well, like so let's say this is iris transition as well. Whichever we want to apply, we can apply that. Let's say I want to apply this transition, I can apply it right around here. Let's say I want to apply this transition, I will apply right over here, and you will see that like so we will apply this particular transition over here. Now if we want to apply other transitions, we can do that. This is the audio transition, which is basically crossfade and other. And let's say if we want to add title to our video, we will simply, let's say we will find any title that is available right over here. We will find that, let's say I like this title, I will simply apply on top, and if I click on it, I will simply change the name to test video. Over here we can change its font to whatever font we like. Let's go for some font like this. And over here we can also change the color if we want to. Let's go for the red one, and it will change the red color on. And then we can also change the size, we can change the tracking, how far or how close the texts are. Let me go to 0, or let's go toward this section. Then we will go toward the line spacing, whatever the line spacing are available inside our text. And over here we can also choose the anchor point. Also we can use this vjustify section, so these are the different text settings that we can apply. Over here we can change the transform properties, we can change the shading properties, we can change the image, we can also change other different options available for this text and how it will appear. And it will start our video and this text will be appear like this. And we can also apply different effects to that particular text as well. Let's say if I want to apply this binocular effects, as you can see we have applied the binocular effects onto our video as well. If we want to apply that to our entire video, we can, let's say if we want to apply this CCTV footage one, we can do as well, as you can see. Or we can also want to do this comic one, as you can see. We can do that as well, or we can do this DSLR one. How it will look, it will look like this, and so on. So far we can apply these different effects to our video as well. So now we will see, and these are the different effects that we can apply, and this is the open FX. And in that open FX we have different filters available that we can apply to our video. Let's say this is a box blur that we can apply, and the best thing that DaVinci offers is that whatever the effect or the filter or the transition or the text that we want to apply, it will, as we hover onto it, it will give us the preview right onto that, so we can be sure before applying how it will be looking when we are applying it onto our screen. As you can see, these are the different filters that are available right around here, and this is a audio effects that if we want to apply to our audio effects we can do that as well. So these are the different transitions. This is the arrow transition, this is the cross transition. If we want to apply, we can apply that right around here. So let's choose for one effect. Let's say I'll apply this binocular effect right around here, and as we will click on this effect section, we can also check is blur, length, aberration, distance, aberration strength. Over here we can change the vignetting size, we can also change the vignetting sharpness, but we can also change the edge feather. So all of these change different settings we can also apply to this particular effect section, and we can apply multiple effects onto single clip as well, similar to other editing softwares. So this is that basic all the effects that we can apply to our video. And over here we can also change this resolution from our video. Either we can add safe guidelines or we can add the social media one. Let's see, if we go toward 9.16, then we will get this guidelines that will show that how we can add different text to it, and it will also guide us so that we cannot surpass that quality, and we will have this. Over here we can add different proxies to our we can disable the proxies or we can add the proxies to our clip. And over here we can bypass color grading and fusion filters so that our whatever the effects that we are applying, our PC don't get stuck to that and it gets lowered right over here. And over here if we click on the DaVinci, it's basically we can also do the keyboard customization right around here, and we can change different keyboard shortcuts. Let's say Adobe Premiere Pro, Final Cut Pro X, and Avid Media Composer or Pro Tools, whichever we want. We can change the keyboard customization right from here. We can also check for updates, and we can also change the preferences right around here. It's for the system and it's for the user as well. So this is memory and GPU, how much memory we want to limit the resolve, and how much memory we want to limit for fusion as well. And we can get it also detect that we are having an NVIDIA GPU, so it's only selected that NVIDIA GPU. And it's over here we can change its add and remove the storage options. Then we can also choose a decode option. We can also choose the video and audio options. Right from here we can also add any video plugins. Over here we can add audio plugins. Over here we can change the control panels, we can change the channel settings. Right around here we can also connect our different accounts. Let's say this Blackmagic Cloud, YouTube, WinMore. We can directly export the video towards our YouTube channel as well, and we can also do the advanced settings as well, but we can add scripts right over here. Then we can go towards user. We can change the different settings for each user as well. Let's say start the timer code, currently it's starting from 1 second, so we can change the start time code. So currently it's starting from 1. We can change that to 00 if we want to. Let's do that. We can also change the number of tracks available when we are opening our DaVinci Resolve. Number of audio tracks over here. We can change the audio type as well. Over here we can also create automatic pins right from here, whatever we want. We can also do the journal. So standard generated duration, we have changed the 5. We can also use the standard transition. We will change that to 2 seconds, or we can also change the standard still duration to 5 to, we will change that to, let's say, 2. We can also pre-roll on type, post on roll time, and over here we have default handle length. So these are the different effects that we can change. And default fade, so default fade is fade in, fade out, and cross fading is right over here. Then we will change the settings for different colors. We can change the settings for fair light. We can change the playback settings. We can also change the control panel effects, and we can also change the metadata as well. And then we will simply click on save, and right around here we have saved our settings. So then we can create a new project. We can open previous project. We can create a new timeline similar to Premiere Pro. We can also close this project. We can save this project. We can save as this project. We can import a pin. We can import a media, or we can import an XML file right from here. We can also import a project. We can also export directly to timeline or whatever the current frame as still, which is basically exporting a snapshot or screenshot from a video. Then we can do the quick export. Then we can go toward the project manager, and it will open up that project manager, which is a basic interface that we created when we are opening our project DaVinci Resolve software. When we open our project DaVinci Resolve software, and over here we will be changing the project setting. Over here, as you can see, we have the timeline resolution, we have this frame, we also change this aspect ratio. We can also choose these still frames. We can also playback frame, and this is video monitoring effect. We can also change that. And these are the different image scaling if we want to, color management, journal option, camera raw. These are the different effects that we can apply to our videos. Then we can also change the project notes. We can also do the media management. Then we can choose these different options to our pasting. Then we can do the trimming section from here. Then this is the, we can add transition, add video only transition, add audio only transition. Let's see, we want to add any transition. We can simply add our transition right over here, and then simply we can do the razor, select the razors tool. Then we can do this snapping or linking right from here. Then this is about the, if we want to create a compound clip, we can do that. We can create a fusion clip, and we can create a VFX connect clip right from here. Then we can mark in and mark out our portion. Similarly we are doing over here, and similarly we can clear in and out points if we have applied any. Then we can change the playback right from here. Then we can go toward the fair light, and we can change these different settings available. And then we can over here change the workspaces right from here. So these are the different settings that we can apply inside our DaVinci Resolve. Now let's delete everything, and let's change our timeline setting. Over here, as you can see, we can do the thumbnail view, or we can do whatever the waveform we want to use right over here. So we'll go toward the file section, and then we will go to new timeline, and this is a timeline. And over here we will click on create, and it will create another timeline, and we have this timeline. And then over here we will change our 1920 from here to 1080 to 1920, and click save, and it will be converted our this particular video into a short form video. Now we'll be adding our short form clips to right over here, and we will drag it right over here, and we can lowering its volume. We have imported all the clips right over here, and then we will be making it shorter, and then we will delete the empty space. Then we will be also making this shorter, making this one shorter as well, and also this one. And now we will select all of it, and you will see this is the basic video that comes out. Let me make it more shorter as well and delete this section. This is the first clip, then this is the second clip, this is the third, this is the fourth, and over here we can simply remove all the markers, and these are the entire clips. We can change the settings as we are doing earlier. We can go toward the color section to color grade these different clips. We can do individual color grading, then we can do the fusion. Over here we can change the different settings, or we can apply different effects to our videos, and then afterwards we can deliver our project. Or we can add our editing section. We can simple quick export, and quick export will simply ask us about the different this format, and we can simply click on export, and it will ask where it want to export us. We will simply select the video section, and we will hit save, and it will start exporting, and our videos get exported. Let me see where our video is, and here is our video right over here. So in this way you can create quick export videos using DaVinci Resolve software. Now as we have come to end of our module 6, now we will see the summary of module 6. This module introduced DaVinci Resolve as a powerful tool for professional editing and color grading. It covers everything from basic navigation to advanced AI automation, VFX creation, and high quality YouTube video production. By mastering DaVinci Resolve, editors can achieve high Hollywood level color correction and seamless video editing and unparalleled control over their visuals. So as I have shown everything related to DaVinci Resolve, you will see that the DaVinci Resolve offer a vast collection of different effects and different colors or different settings that we can apply to our videos to create and extract a certain emotion to our videos, and give a best color correction and color grading to our videos. And that's why mostly people prefer DaVinci Resolve over to other softwares for color gradings. But if you don't like the node based editing style, then you might don't like the DaVinci Resolve. So this is the end of our module 6. Now our next module is module 7, editing social media content. Like, share, and subscribe for more on video editing, and I'll see you in the next module.